Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles episode recap. I am late. Hi, I'm Andre and I'm a black nerd. I just got back from doing a 15-hour live stream from Wizard World Chicago. Also made some other filming while I was there. If you look at my Instagram, you might be figuring out what it is. And I'm on my way to PAX Prime in Seattle. But in between, I am doing a recap of the brand new episode of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that aired like a few days ago. Hey, I've been busy, okay? Don't judge me for being on CP Turtle time. The Creeping Doom. Donatello is still experimenting on one of the brain worms that they were able to get their hands on, the same worms that Shredder is using to control Karai's mind. He's trying to figure out if he can come up with an antidote to it, but of course old Michelangelo's gotta come into the lab and bother him like freaking Dexter and Dee Dee, Mikey and the Don. During this obvious setup for a plot device, we learn that Donatello has been collecting memorabilia from all their previous adventures. He has a jar of what's left of the creep. He has Snakeweed's claw, Krang technology, the book that created the Dream Beavers. He's got his own collection. Donnie's a collector. I can relate. Maybe he should start doing unboxing videos. Michelangelo bumps into Donatello and it makes Donatello drop a little bit of the formula he's working on his hand. Donnie goes to check it out to make sure he's okay, and he tells Mikey that infamous phrase, "Don't touch anything!" Which of course means that Michelangelo touches everything. Michelangelo, the Steve Urkel of Ninja Turtles. Like, did I do that, dude? He puts the jar of what's left of the creep next to Donatello's formula that he's been working on, and it gives the creep enough energy to come back to life, back to reality. The creep is in the turtles' lair, even attacks Leonardo and the other turtles before he pretty much gets pimp slapped by Master Splinter. Splinter didn't even try that hard to beat him. He just walked up to the creep and just like, pep, pep, pep. Pep, 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 and get out of my face. Straight pimp slap. A pimp named Splinter. Creep fell down. I was waiting for Raphael to get over top of him and go, "You got knocked the shell out! And you know this, man!" But while all this is going on, the Turtles and April and Splinter can't help but notice that Donatello is acting really strange. He's calling people by their wrong name. He can't seem to remember anything. He gets easily distracted. He doesn't know how to use any of his technology, and when he's supposed to be using it, he's instead playing video games. He must have just got himself an account on Twitch or YouTube Gaming. Doggity pie! Donatello is getting dumb and dumber, and it couldn't have happened at a worse time because the creep disappears, takes Snakeweed's claw with him, and the creep uses his plant-producing powers to make a brand new Snakeweed, son of Snakeweed. Snakeweed and son. This is the big one, Tang Shin. I'm coming to join you, honey. The Turtles search New York to find Snakeweed and the creep, complete with action scenes and Friday the 13th references. Creep takes Manhattan. But when Donatello goes full dumb Donald on them, the Turtles have to work so hard in figuring out what's wrong with Donatello and how they can get him back to normal that they don't even notice that the creep and Snakeweed merge! We're merging to create Creepweed and send an entire plant around the entire city. Little weed of horrors. You know what? It must really suck to live in New York and Ninja Turtles land. You got Krang invasions, you got mutants running around, you got giant mega shredders, and now you got an entire plant taking over the entire city. New Jersey is not sounding so bad now, is it? Creepweed starts trapping people into pods, and the Turtles are still trying to figure out how to fix Donatello when Michelangelo proves once again he is an idiot savant. Turns out he has photographic memory, remembers what Donatello did, and can create his own formula to turn Donatello back to normal. Apparently he's been hanging out with Riley from Dino Charge and got those limitless mind powers. So now with the new formula inside of him, Donatello is no longer Pinky, he's back to being a brain. Narf. Donnie makes a formula to destroy Snakeweed, shoots the formula at him, it's bright orange. I feel like I'm watching Donatello play a game of Splatoon. Creepweed is destroyed, the city is saved, Donatello is back to normal, and that's it. That's the episode. That's the entire episode. I mean, it's a good episode, don't get me wrong, but with all the people that was tweeting me and emailing me and Facebooking me, I'm gonna unsub to your channel just because I had not done a recap of this episode of Ninja Turtles. I was thinking this was gonna be a game changer episode of the series. Like, they're gonna have the Triceratops show up in this episode, or maybe Donatello died. Maybe Vernon just shows up. We haven't had Vernon on this show yet. That's what I was expecting when you guys were like, recap, recap, recap. And instead I was like, oh, this is a really good episode. That's a side story until we wait for the big season finale that's gonna be coming up pretty soon. Thank you, everybody. I love that you love me like that. That being said, I love seeing the return of Snakeweed. I love seeing the return of the Creep. I love seeing them together, merge together into Creepweed. Big shout out to Rob Paulson playing the regular and the dumb version of Donatello in this episode. Dumb Donatello. Donatello. And I love how the show continues to obsessively blend its love for the horror genre with Ninja Turtles action. But I'm ready for some dinosaurs. Let me know what you thought of this episode of Ninja Turtles, and if you could merge any of the characters from Ninja Turtles together to make a brand new character, which characters would you merge? I love you like a play cousin. I'm Audi 5000. Chain chomp y'all. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up this video, and if you're new here, tickle that subscribe button, and make sure you check out the rest of my Ninja Turtles recaps.